Welcome to Start Here, Go Everywhere. I am Linda Moyo, an alumna of Jobs for America's Graduates. On this podcast, we bring you incredible guests from all walks of life, offering the skills to educate, inspire, and challenge you to succeed in both school, on the job skills, and in personal life, leading to productive and rewarding careers. There is no better person to tell the JAG story than a student. In today's podcast episode, we feature a JAG student from Missouri, Ciara German, who shares her JAG story and how it has impacted her life. She also shares her accomplishments as a senior and what her life will be like in just a few months after graduation. Let's just get started. Tell me about your JAG story. How did you get involved with JAG?
I got involved with jazz my junior year when my friends asked me to join and said that they really enjoyed jazz, so I decided to give it a try.
Initially, what were some of the things that surprised you about being in JAG, or some of the skills or the things that you were doing on a day to day basis?
I really liked they did career exploration a lot, which is really great. And then another skill, we do a lot of personal finance skills, and sometimes we also have books like to read too, because some people are interested in books, so they try to get books that relate to people. There, there's so many skills I feel like that are tied to so many lessons that I speak on,
Yeah.
but the career exploration is one that really surprised me because we were able to go to so many job fairs and meet so many different people, and you wouldn't think that the JAG kids would actually be getting offered jobs at these
Mm-hmm.
job fairs, and it was teaching them interview skills too, which interviews are important in life
Definitely.
because see, it's not just for jobs. Like I'm here doing an interview with you
Yeah.
over this. It's not just jobs. And yeah,
So you've talked a little bit about how you were exposed to career exploration through JAG. Before you started JAG, did you know the kind of direction that you wanted to go in life?
yes, I've known since seventh grade. I want to be a finance manager. I want to do business. I really enjoyed it. But most of the kids at my school do not. That's what JAG can help people with. Even if they do
Mm,
know what they want, JAG can help you get there. Like we got specialists that are there to help you go in
hmm
the direction that you want in life, even if it's just a small goal for the school year. The specialists are there to help you complete those goals.
exactly. And you talked a little bit about how you're the secretary at your school. So tell
Yep.
me about how that role is helping you towards your career.
Um, we handle money first of all for the fundraisers that we do, such as we have done, we've sold beef jerky, we've helped do fundraisers for elderly people in the beginning of this year, I believe. Or, no, it was at the beginning of this year. It was in November.
Uh,
That is one thing. And also, it just betters your people skills. People skills are needed for
Tell
any
me about
career.
that.
They're needed for any career. I mean, some people don't think that, but I personally think you're gonna have to get used to people. People are everywhere.
For sure, for sure. And as a former JAG student myself, I would have to agree with you. One of the things that I struggled with was just being shy and not wanting to talk to people, not looking people in the eye, the good handshake. And JAG was that program that taught me how to do those things and how to do them well and effective. So I appreciate that you mentioned that. A JAG also taught you that as well.
Yes.
So tell me more about something that you were struggling with that JAG or the specialist were then there to be able to help you out and, overcome whatever it is that you were struggling with.
Um, something that I struggled with was I wanted to be a leader actually, even though I was shy. I
Mhm.
I had a couple of leadership skills, but that has helped me gain most of these leadership skills needed to succeed. And the
Mhm.
specialist, that's one thing. Uh, I can't really recall a time where I've been a specialist with what I have needed, but I can give an example for a fellow student. They may be struggling with
Yeah.
grades, and this teacher that we have, or specialist, she goes out of
Mhm.
her way to go and talk to these teachers for these kids and get their work, and then I help. That's another one of my jobs is I'll tutor these kids and
Mhm.
help them with math, one of my favorite things, which is not other people's favorite subject. And there's been one student wanted to go to Unitech, which is like a trade school. I don't know if you're
Mhm.
familiar. It's probably a different name from where you're at. And
Yeah,
the
definitely.
teacher was they're still currently trying to get it
Mm.
where the student, because that's his goal. He wants to go to Unitech for his career, but his attendance, so they're working through that. He came up to her and told her, but most of the time, I would say me and the teacher actually work very close together for
Mm.
the students, so it's
Yeah.
not really me needing help most of the time. Like,
But it's just
she,
working together and
yeah,
being almost
yeah, like,
teammates in
I'll
that.
be like, I'll tutor this student, but I think it's
Mhm.
also, you know, a senior thing because I've been there for a year, so I know how it is,
Yeah.
and then I can help.
You're a senior this year, like you mentioned. Do you know what you're going to do when you graduate in a couple of months? What does the world or life look like after you graduate from high school?
Actually, I got accepted into Mineral Area College. I don't plan on going to college too far away, so I'll be going to that college in the fall. My mom currently is a mortgage loan officer, so I'll get to work with her and kind of get that's kind of an internship for what I want to do later in life, like financial management. So I'll get to work with finances.
Yeah.
Sounds great to me.
That sounds incredible. And it's good that, you begin to make these connections. Like, that your mother works with mortgage and that also deals with finances. So, how could you, take your interest and then connect them with, your resources around you? That's amazing. I want to ask you, do you have a favorite memory that you've had with either your JAG participants or your specialist or just a guest that maybe came to your JAG program?
I there's many memories that you can make with dad. I really always remember our induction ceremony back in December,
Mm. Yeah.
and there was a guest speaker, which the guest speaker was actually my math teacher in middle school, and she gave a great speech, and she knew everybody, so I always remember that speech.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorites. We did a Christmas parade, and that was
Oh,
pretty
tell me
fun. We
about
got to
that.
decorate. Our teacher had an old farm truck,
Hmm.
and we decorated it and put all the stuff we do for JAG, kind of trying to recruit new people, but then we were throwing candy to little kids and their faces. Little kids are always so cute.
They are, aren't they? For sure. So, thank you for sharing your JAG story. But before we go, I want to ask you three questions. And with these questions, try to answer them in like one sentence to like a few sentences. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
The first question is, if you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I would actually have dinner with my grandpa who passed away when I was 9, and I would want to tell him all of my accomplishments that I've
That's a
done.
great answer. I love that. That's beautiful. I bet that would be one incredible dinner.
Yeah.
The second question is, what makes you feel hopeful or happy or inspired right now?
I feel very hopeful for make, making an impact in the kids that are in my class's life by tutoring them, seeing their grades go up, and their faces when they accomplish their goals.
You know what? You sound like a great participant at teamwork, and also you sound like you've been a great mentor to some of your JAG participants. So that's always incredible to hear. And the last question is, what's your definition of success, Sierra?
My definition of success is not really, it wouldn't go by the actual definition that you get from a dictionary. Success is
Hmm.
something that you know you accomplished it. You accomplished your goal. You feel that you have succeeded, not what anybody else thinks.
Mm,
That
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, Sierra, again, I've enjoyed hearing a little bit about your JAG experience with Missouri and how a friend was like, hey, join this class. And you're like, okay, let me do this. And even though you were a little shy, you ended up getting involved and even became a leader and a secretary while also exploring your career and building up your career skills that you already knew going into JAG, and becoming a mentor and a tutor and just being a support to your fellow JAG participants. So that's incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest things, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at JAG Students. Thanks again, and see you next time.